What's good, Bears fans? Welcome back to another episode of BearsMediaCo. I am your host, as you know, Brent C. And I would like to send a special shout out to all the subscribers and all Chicago Bears fans around the world. Happy New Year! And I hope this year, 2024, is nothing but prosperous and a good time for you. Now, this past Sunday, our Chicago Bears did what? They beat those Atlanta Falcons 37-17. And Bears fans, you know as well as I do, it wasn't even close. Intercepting Taylor Heineke and Desmond Ridder for a total of 4 times. The Chicago Bears looked like a very dominant team. And listen, we got it, Bears fans. With a few more additions on our offensive side, I have great faith that we will be a playoff team next year. And, maybe we even get to the double-digit sacks. Maybe we'll get to double-digit wins and sweep the Green Bay Packers. Come on now, stick with me there, Bears fans. I think we can do it. Now look, on a day where Justin Fields went 20 of 32 for 268 yards and a touchdown, as well as 11 rushes for 45 yards and a touchdown, he proved that he is our QB1. I mean, look, he had a very good day today, and as usual, he waited until the fourth quarter to get a fumble. Of course, it was recovered by our offensive lineman, Braxton Jones, but listen, you can't have it perfect always, can you? I don't know. Probably not. And in a game where Khalil Herbert, for the second time in as many games, rushed for over 100 yards, finishing with 18 rushes for 124 and a touchdown. He was a very good running back. Now, the one player that I'm going to talk about here, well, not talk about, but give his props once again for a guy that some Carolina Panthers fans said would not amount to much because of who was throwing the football to him. Hey, DJ Moore, he had himself a game with 9 catches for 159 yards and a touchdown, and set a career high with 1 game left, remember, of 1,300 receiving yards. Man, let me tell you something. That is beautiful for not only him and JF1, but for us Chicago Bears fans, because we know we have our QB as well as our wide receiver 1. Now, DJ Moore, he also, and I might be wrong on this, but I don't think so, has set a career high of touchdowns, 8 receiving touchdowns, a career high for him. So listen, Bears fans, I don't know what some people, especially those Carolina Panther fans, were talking about when they lost him to us. But listen, hey, how you like us now? That's all I got to say. More importantly, how you like him now? 1,300 yards on the season with a solid quarterback. I'm going to go ahead and say it, Bears fans. But look, those Atlanta Falcon fans, not the fans, let me go back here. Those Atlanta Falcons flew on up here to Chicago, and listen, I'm going to say this, and I mean this with all amount of respect that I can garner. Y'all can't play outside. Plain and simple. That dome has spoiled you guys down there. Now, I'm sure some of y'all might have seen the graphic that said that Atlanta Falcons, in games in which the temperature is 30 degrees or less, were 0-5. Now, we're going to go ahead and make that 0-6. But thanks for coming. Thanks for coming there, Atlanta Falcons. I know you're that plane ride home. I know you're very happy to get out of that cold and snow. But hey, there's always next year, Atlanta fans. But listen, in a game where I have to say Luke Getsy actually called a pretty good game, it was from start to finish a game in which I had a lot of confidence in. From running the football with Khalil, Justin, as well as Rowe, hey, we did what we needed to do. Now, in a game where Cole Kmet was just a decoy for primarily the entire game, he was only on the field, I believe, for maybe 5 snaps for the whole game. So Robert Tonyan, in the game where he dropped a surefire catch from Justin Fields against Cleveland, he stepped up. He stepped up for us big time. Now, with 3 catches for 40 yards, Robert Tonyan kind of redeemed himself from that Cleveland game. But I got to say it, Bears fans, our defense is playoff ready right now. 4 interceptions, 2 by Tyreek Stevenson, 1 by Kyler Gordon, and another by our main linebacker, our top guy, TJ Edwards. Man, we got to get that guy a little bit of raise there, Bears fans. We got to do something about that. Come on, Ryan Poles. Help them out. Look, this was a game where Montez Sweat didn't really have a whole lot of impact. No sacks or anything like that. A little bit of pressure. But this was a game where our defense did everything they needed to do to win, to help us win a football game. Now, special shout out, I'm going to say it, goes to Dexter Sr., Jervon Dexter Sr. Now, that guy, 2 sacks in the game. Now, let me correct that, Bears fans. Jervon Dexter Sr. had a sack and a half, and DeMarcus Walker had a half a sack in the game. And it was just enough. Against the against a Falcons team that came in with quarterback issues that continued throughout the game. Although Taylor Heineke started off the game, a couple trick plays, and some pretty good running against our defense. But I don't think we were anticipating him running at all in that game. But listen, our defense played very well. The tackling was solid in this game, although in the screen pass to Tyler Algier, the Falcons running back, he scored on a 75-yard screen play. I hate to even say the words, Bears fans, but Eddie Jackson, he looked slow as all get all, as well as Rasheem Green on that play. Just out of position, I guess I would say, but all in all, it didn't do much, you hate to see that kind of a play, but not everything is going to go your way, Bears fans. We just got to accept it, right? So listen, Matt Eberflus, whom this past weekend said that, well, the rumor was, I should say, was coming back next year. And this game, even though I've said I probably would try to find somebody else, he actually called a good game. You can see the passion that he has for this team. When they were doing well, he was right there to welcome them. Like, hey, good job, good job, good job. You know what I mean? So Bears fans, hey, let me know down in the comments. Do you think Matt Eberflus deserves another year? It's just a rumor so far. Our GM, Ryan Poles, he has something to say about that, of course, as well as our team president and CEO, Mr. Warren. Now look, a lot of things could happen in the offseason, Bears fans, but hopefully, with the front office that we have right now, hopefully they got their stuff together and they're going to give us, with that number 1 pick secured from the Carolina Panthers, thank you very much, we can trade down and get a load of draft picks for it, or use it to draft a top flight receiver or offensive tackle, left offensive tackle specifically. Now, I'm not saying Braxton hasn't played well, but he has been a heavily penalized player, as well as our center, Lucas Patrick. But I do believe that maybe, it's a toss-up, Bears fans. It could go either way, but we have the opportunity with 2 picks, currently number 1 and number 10, to add some quality players to this Chicago Bears team, right? Now, DJ Moore, like I say, he came out and he performed today. Whether the snow was heavy or when it stopped, he still went out there and played, gave it his heart. He played. I just got to say it. Justin Fields, same thing. Came out, no interceptions. Did it on the ground, did it through the air. Hey, he looked good. And I'll give a shout out to our offensive line. Outside of Nate Davis, they played pretty damn good, on this past Sunday. And Luke Getsy, even though I'm a hashtag fire Getsy guy, he actually had a fairly good game called. So I guess what they say, every dog has his day. Well, I guess he had his. So Bears fans, let me know. What did you think about the game? Solid A? Maybe a solid C? Who knows, right? But let me know down in the comments. I would love to hear from you. Now, to finish things up, I just want to say this. Atlanta fans, don't worry. With the number 1 pick, we are in business of trading back. So if you need a quarterback, we got the pick for you. We just need a few things, a couple first rounders, couple second rounders, maybe even a player or two. I mean, you got a great tight end over there, Kyle Pitts, who's a great receiving option, but you don't want to use him. Hey, trade him to us. We might put him to use. And look, Bijan Robinson, your rookie running back, who's a pretty good running back. Maybe you can toss him in because you didn't really want to use him, it looked like to me. But he is a solid player. Absolutely he is. Now, don't take it the wrong way, Falcon fans. I mean, you guys are pretty much right where we are. We're just missing certain pieces, but we could be a playoff team with those added pieces and with great coaching. Now, Arthur Smith over there in Atlanta, I mean, he called a fairly decent, maybe, game, but they really have to get their quarterback situation squared away. And for a defense that was missing their best player, and Grady Jarrett, they played pretty good. I mean, 38, 39-year-old Calais Campbell, he gave our right guard, Nate Davis, that work today. Nate Davis, looked like a rookie out there. I believe he's a 5-year vet. So, hey, I guess you got to take it, whenever you can get it. But for the most part, Bears fans, I have to say this was one of our most solid wins. And in a game where next up, those Green Bay Packers in Lambeau, we have to have everybody on the same page. I would say this is a pretty good tune-up game. I mean, they scored 37 points. And in a game where Cairo Santos missed a field goal, it was still, I would say, a very good game for us. So let me know, Bears fans. Are you ready for Lambeau and Green Bay? It's a 4:25 Eastern start time. I know I'm going to be ready because I'm down here in Atlanta, a few blocks from the Soldier Field South. So listen, enjoy your new year. I hope everything, like I say, goes great for you this year. But as always, in parting, because I know everybody's resting up, because I know I'm going to work tomorrow. You guys enjoy. And as always, from me to you, peace.